Greetings, friends. This is Oleh Ivchenko, head of the company Pareto. You're watching a new episode of Pareto Point, the program where we discuss interesting events from the world of valuation, business, and finance. In today's episode, a bill on property valuation in the Verkhovna Rada, what is concerning analysts around the world regarding artificial intelligence, and India's monetary reform and billions in cash. Let's get started. On November 5th, the Verkhovna Rada Committee on Education, Science and Innovation reviewed the Property Valuation Bill number 13,435 and expressed support for the initiative. The bill proposes to introduce unified requirements for appraisers, clarify their qualification training, define modern principles for conducting appraisals, and bring the rules of appraisal activity in Ukraine in line with international standards. At this stage, the committee recommended that the Verkhovna Rada adopt the bill as a basis in the first reading, with further refinement to follow. The main committee responsible for considering this bill is the Committee on Economic Development, which will be in charge of preparing the text for the second reading. This is an important step towards forming an updated valuation system in Ukraine, one that is more understandable for businesses and aligned with global practices. We often mention the topic of artificial intelligence in our episodes. Today is no exception. The British newspaper The Guardian writes about record valuations of technology companies. Nvidia has reached a valuation of $5 trillion. Microsoft, Apple, and Google are also showing growth, although their valuations remain lower. Special attention is drawn to the large-scale contracts of OpenAI, which, in partnership with Microsoft, is actively investing in cloud computing and data processing for generative AI. The exact amount of spending is not disclosed, but experts point to tens of billions of dollars in infrastructure investments. However, despite these massive investments, artificial intelligence has yet to prove its full practical value. 95% of corporate AI pilot projects fail. Analysts warn that when such large-scale, interdependent investments appear in a single sector, the risk of overheating increases. At the same time, the artificial intelligence boom continues to shape an entirely new logic for evaluating technology companies worldwide. In November 2016, India underwent one of the largest monetary reforms of modern times. The government declared the 501,000 denomination banknotes invalid. The plan was to fight shadow money and counterfeits, but the outcome turned out differently. According to the Reserve Bank of India, over 99% of the withdrawn notes were returned to the banks, virtually the entire cash circulation. The reform caused a cash shortage, a decline in economic activity, and the loss of millions of jobs. For appraisers, this is an important practical case study. Sharp monetary decisions can alter asset values, market behavior, and prices in the real sector. There is one thing in common between legislation, technology, and economic reforms. They all significantly impact asset values. Therefore, quality appraisal remains the tool that keeps business in balance. Thank you for being with us. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with your colleagues and friends, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, we are already working on a new selection of news from the world of appraisal, business, and finance. See you in the next episode of Pareto Point.